Hello everyone, welcome to my child-free podcast. Time for skincare and chat because let's not waste 15 minutes. Let's talk about the 2022 woman, modern woman, because we need to. Okay. Let's compare the woman right now with the 1900 woman, 1800 woman. Let's compare her situation. First of all, one second please. I need to put this on. Oh, my skin is already happy. Thank you, Balia. I love you. $1 sheet masks. They're the best. Or €1, sorry. They're just number one, the best sheet masks. Because I can afford them and I can use them 2 or 3 times per week. Minimum. They're just amazing. So let's compare the 2022 with the 1822. First of all, in the 1800s, in 1822, you were found a qualified husband. A guy was not allowed to breed unless he could afford it. He was not even allowed to have sex unless he paid for it. Women were marrying men who could form a family and have children. To be a widow was a status. Oh, she's a widow, poor her. People were helping widows. A widow was respected. Second of all, you married when you were 16, 17, 19, 20, 22 the most. Your body would recover from a pregnancy far better than and faster than nowadays. So you could have just, gotten pregnant with your husband, of course, who was not allowed to divorce you very fast. He could cheat on you, but divorce you? Divorce was a problem, especially if you had kids. You were living with your mother-in-law and your father-in-law. So if your psychopathic husband was abusive and it was beating the crap out of you, there were his parents there to stop him and kick him out of the house if he went on with it. He had his parents. If he had a brother, there was like his brother and his sister-in-law. He was not alone for you to become his punching bag. You could ask for help. And if his family was a psychopath, sociopath, psychopathic person, like his mom or his dad would not say anything about it and they would have beaten the crap out of you, you could have just gone back to your parents or could have talked to the community or to the priest. the priest had a tremendous amount of power back then in the community as well. He wouldn't have wanted to be ostracized as someone who is abusing his wife. Everyone would intervene. You were not left alone with a crazy psychopath and the baby. Okay? The rate of domestic abuse right now is huge because women are left alone and vulnerable with their lovely husbands who baby trap them just to secure a victim. Men were held accountable at a much higher level than right now. And this happened just not near, I mean, it didn't happen like a long time ago, just only 100 years ago. Men were held accountable at a much higher level by everybody. Right now, you can just go to police and obtain a restriction order and he can come and kill you in the meantime. Hello? Yeah. And maybe throw you some alimony. Maybe. So, this is how it was. Women had a lot more allies to go to talk to. You had his grandmother, his mother, his sisters-in-law, his sister that was not married, because sometimes women just couldn't find a husband. And it was okay to stay home and take care of the parents. You had an entire group of women backing you up. Okay? Whom do you have now? Nobody. Maybe your mom comes from time to time to spend time with you, but she's retired and she wants to live her life. She can finally go travel, right? But she's too old and she already has cancer and she's gonna die. I have no grandmother. I have no mother. I have no female cousins. I have nobody. Maybe I would have a crazy mother, a crazy abusive mother-in-law. I've met two already. Like, I've met two possible mother-in-laws that was like really crazy and abusive and psychotic, and I was like, no fucking way. And entitled. Like, I would have become their servant if I would have married their son. I feel nauseous thinking about it. Yeah. And women right now are boxed into get a degree, get a job, get the baby. Not when it's the most optimal time to get a baby, but when you can get a baby with whatever partner you find through a dating site or in the club or through friends. And oh, by the way, you're on your own. You have to do it alone because, you know, DIY it. I mean, come on, it's 2022. You have everything at your disposal except your mind drowned in depression, anxiety, and fatigue. I mean, it's not normal what happens right now. We did not live like that as a human species. We lived in packs. Middle class to upper class women had servants to do their housework. They could sleep in, they could rest. They were staying at home, they could lay down for 1 hour or two and rest. Somebody would take over the kids. So let's take the nowadays society, which is absolutely different from everything we experience as a human being, and let's dissect it a little bit, okay? Ah, this mask is amazing. If you go to down, this is what it is. It is €1. It's amazing. Let's take the children. Why are we worshipping children in 2022? In 1800s, 1900s, kids were disciplined. They were strongly disciplined. At the age of 9 or 10, if you were middle to lower class, you were sent away from home to study a trade. It was it for you. You were studying a trade. You were living in with your teacher and other kids studying the trade. Or if you were upper class, you were sent to a boarding school. Churchill is the best example. Parents were not putting their kids on pedestals, fulfilling their every wish, tiptoeing around their screamings and tantrums. Children were educated by a village of people, not their parents. Everyone was educating their kids. Right now, if a kid bumps into me and swears at me, or behaves inappropriately around me on the street, I cannot discipline that kid. I cannot say anything to that kid. I might, God knows what, go to police for child abuse. I cannot voice any opinions when I see a kid doing dumb stuff. There was a 9-year-old kid riding a electric tricycle. He almost bumped into me because I did not know he was coming from behind. I was on the sidewalk. I turned around. I had a hoodie because it is cold, so I had double hoodies like that and the mask. I turned to my left because I forgot something, so something like that. I almost bumped into the kid on the tricycle, the electric tricycle. The scare, I thought I'm gonna have a heart attack. I told the kid, you're not supposed to ride electric tricycles on the sidewalk. His dad was 3 meters behind, started yelling at me. Lady, you're crazy. They're allowed to ride electric tricycles on the sidewalk. And of course I lost it. I'm like, I'm gonna call the police. Let's ask them if one 9-year-old kid is allowed to ride electric tricycles on the sidewalk. They vanished. When they heard I'm gonna call them, I'm gonna call the cops. Let's have a conversation with the cops. This is not normal what you're doing with the kid. So, entitled parents, I'm not gonna call them breeders, that's a very ugly word. But entitled parents are not disciplining their kids at all, like zero discipline. They just worship their kids too much, and this did not happen before. The whole consumerism surrounding kids is obscene. Like, I have my child-free channel. This is not a child-free channel, but I am talking about child-free subjects and themes and stuff. And Google right now is pushing me commercials with breast pumps and diapers and baby stuff just because I have the word child written in the title or a tag. They don't even care. Mountains and mountains of toys and of useless stuff spent on kids, which literally doesn't make them better. Give them a neck hump and a cervical discopathy and a turkey neck like that when they are just bent over their phones all day long. I mean, it is not sustainable. 2022 is not sustainable, and no wonder a quarter of the population cannot have children from various reasons, or decides not to have children from various reasons. I don't want to be a single mom at the hand of a provider who might leave me tomorrow for a sexy future girlfriend he found on Facebook. And then I'm stuck with the kids for the rest of my life, alone. Literally alone. That considering I would like to have kids, but I don't. I don't want to birth kids. Period. So, what happens right now with this whole system is, first of all, the way kids are raised right now is completely unsustainable. School is 90% useless. University is 90% useless. The jobs you are given after finishing university have nothing to do with what you studied there. Well, mostly. Okay. And of course, so many people don't want to end up slaving away their life in a family system that is not even a family anymore. Your kin is not with you. You are alone. There is no tribe behind you. So yes, we need to stop this conflict between child-free people and parents, because I hate the word breeder. Like, come on. Let's call them entitled parents who don't know what they're doing with their kids. Everyone is happy and unhappy in their own way. And I don't think there should be any conflict between child-free people and parents. We should not patronize each other. We should not consider that one is superior to the other. And we should not think that parents should be put on a pedestal because they're taking humanity to the next level, because I don't think they do. Or single or child-free couples or child-free single people are just the trash of society, because they're not. No one is really way better than the other person. Everyone strives to be happy the way they need to be happy. Ending my video. Time to dry my hair. Thank you for listening to my podcast. Leave your comments down below. Bye bye.